Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of the 2021 MotoGP Austrian Grand Prix. It's our second weekend in a row that this MotoGP race takes place at the Red Bull Ring. Last weekend was the Styrian Grand Prix. This weekend it has changed to the Austrian Grand Prix. So for any of you Formula One fans out there, you of course will know how that all works out as you have two races on the same track in the space of 7 days or so. Of course, we're just about to start, 5 minutes to race start, so welcome if you've just tuned in, and of course if you haven't yet, do check out the live poll. We're doing a poll asking you who will win today's race here at the Red Bull Ring. We've got Quintaro up there with Jorge Martin. Jorge Martin, of course, pole position, but also the fact that he won last weekend's race, and it was his first ever MotoGP race win, so congratulations to him, of course, from last weekend. We were here when it happened on YouTube, and some of you were with us on that watch along. We got Bagnaia as well as an option, and then of course we can't fit every single rider in on our poll, only a limit of 4 candidates of our poll, and we've decided to give that 4th candidate as of a rider, as a lot of you will know how we deal with this. So if you haven't yet, do vote on our poll, and once you vote you can't change it, so you've got to make sure you make the right prediction here. Will it be Quintaro of Yamaha, our championship leader? Of course, he didn't really have the pace last weekend to win the race, and instead he took the podium instead, which was a good result for Yamaha because they weren't expecting much from last weekend. Maybe it'll be the same today. We'll find out in the next hour of this race. We've got Jorge Martin at 18%. I forgot to mention Quintaro at the moment is at 52%. So a lot of you actually believe he can change this to a win this weekend. And then we've got Bagnaia at 15%, who starts in 3rd. And it looks as though they're all going with the same tyres, all slick tyres. And it's going to be interesting because you've got some medium tyres on the rear for some of these bikes, and they are declaring it as a dry race. It is dark and cloudy out there, and it was only just literally about an hour ago for the Moto2 race. It was nice and warm and sunny, so it's changed very dramatically here on the circuit. So anyway, the riders are lined up, they're getting ready to do the warm-up lap in just a moment. There's still some engineers and all that around just doing their last touches before they have to leave the track and watch on nervously from their garages on the side of the track. Do get in touch, folks. In case you're wondering, we do have a live stream link in the chat page. It's a pin message from the YouTube channel of our Let's Talk Sport. So I'm using that to watch the race. So hopefully it works for you lot as well at home if you don't have a link to the stream. So anyway, we're just waiting around. We've got PM Motorparts getting in touch saying today we have a new chicane, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be honest, that's news to me, PM Motorparts. I'm not actually sure. We'll see in the next few minutes. They're just starting on the warm-up lap at the moment. So let me just change all that on the text so that you don't think that the race has started. Oh, it looks as though Marc Marquez has gone with soft rear compared to the others. Let's not forget Marc Marquez qualified in the top 5. So this is his best qualifying since returning to Austria. And of course he's not been as competitive as he used to be as a multi-world champion. So do get in touch on the live chat page. Our poll at the moment, yep, Quintaro at 55%, but it's 15% between Jorge Martin and Bagnaia. We've got Panda is Live saying hello. Hello, Panda is Live. Hope you're well. Do get in touch as well, folks. Let us know who you think's going to win, where you're watching the race from today. And also, just before we start this race, do like to make an announcement that Let's Talk Sport has reached over 1 million viewers overall since we started doing these watch-alongs. So thank you very much for all your support and for checking us out, because without you lot there's no need to do all this. We love interacting with you, and that's what Let's Talk Sport is all about, watching these events together and keeping you up to date on what's going on. And if you are new to the channel, do subscribe. We're hoping to reach 5,000 subscribers in the next few weeks. We're just at around 4,300 at the moment, so we're around 700 shy of that. So do get in touch. We really appreciate it. Panda's live saying the live stream went off. It's working for me as I speak. So apologies if it's not working for you. Sadly, it might not work for everyone. It may come down to your internet connection. But if not, I will keep you up to date on here. It is a warm-up lap, by the way, folks. Lap count is on the top left corner of your screen. We're about to start then. This is going to be an interesting race. The lights are ready, and here we go then. And it's a massive start. Great start for Jorge Martin as he approaches the first corner. Absolutely nice and clean. He'll lead exiting the first corner, no problem. Quintaro, he actually went off the track there. And because of that, he is now down to third, now fourth for Quintaro, championship leader. But straight away, Jorge Martin showing how relaxed he takes this circuit as he did last weekend, winning his first ever MotoGP race of his career. But he's being challenged now. Jorge Martin having to be careful there as they go towards turn 3 known for its overtaking, of course. Oh, and there's already a white flag. Riders are now allowed to swap bikes. There we go. So that's a good start for them. It's lap 1 of 28. Let me just update that for you. They never tell you how many laps the race is going to be sometimes in advance, so I have to always update that. So there we go. They've touched Martin. Jorge Martin touched with Quintaro there. But now he's a bit further ahead because of that. He'll take that, Jorge Martin. And not Marc Marquez, he's fighting for it up there as well. Of course, a lot of you are big Marc Marquez fans, and a lot of you being Valentino Rossi fans. Sadly, Rossi not as competitive as he used to be, and sadly it is going to be his final season, as he announced over a week ago. But already, as we approach the second lap here, as they come down the straight, Jorge Martin's already started to get a little gap going. It's not a huge gap, but he is starting to spread himself out, and it's looking good for him so far. And yeah, Bagnaia now up to first. He's 2 positions ahead. And Jorge Martin now in second. He's gone down one. We've got Zarco, of course. He's fighting up there in the championship. He is, if I'm correct, second in the Riders' Championship. So he needs to go ahead of Quintaro if he can. Quintaro down to 6, 4 places down from his starting grid at the moment, which is not good for him. As I said, he felt like it was... he did feel like a podium was easy enough, good enough for Yamaha because of the track being more towards Ducati and Pramac Racing this weekend. 27 laps to go, and then Bagnaia having a good start. Zarco now up to second. He's overtaken Jorge Martin, last weekend's race winner. This is very interesting now. Quintaro's having to be careful. He's got Muir taking over him, I think. Or did he stay out? No, he didn't. Espargaro up to 8th now. And Alex Marquez is 15th. Oh, and one of the riders has gone off the track. I'm not sure who that is. But Marc Marquez, he's in the top 3. He's now 3rd. He's taken over Jorge Martin. They come down the straight as it's now lap 3 of 28. Interesting start this. Very interesting. It's been all sorts of changes on the leaderboard within the opening 3 laps. I think there might be a bit of rain coming down now. The track still looks dry. It was a dry race when they started, but we could have some race going. But Marc Marquez, he's having fun out there. He's really fighting for it on turn 3. Johan Zarco just got the fastest lap. I've just missed his time there, but it's a fantastic lap for him. I'm sure we'll see a few challenges there. Quintaro picked up a few last weekend. He's still 6th. He's behind Jack Miller now, who's in 5th. Don't be shy, folks. Get in touch on our live chat page. And, of course, you can vote on the poll. If you don't know how to get a live stream, there is a link in the chat page as well. Bagnaia is 0.3 tenths of a second ahead of Zarco. And just as I say that, Zarco now down to 3rd again. Marc Marquez now up to 2nd. It's good to see this. Marc Marquez showing his brilliance of his racing at the best. Great start for him. PM Motorsport says Marc Marquez is braking really late. Damn. This is it though. He doesn't have a limit. he's just so good to watch. I mean, the problem is with Marc Marquez, we've seen this season, which is he has made mistakes because he's trying to push himself a bit further, which sadly sometimes for him has ended up costing him races and probably the championship already. Fabio Quartararo has got the fastest lap of 1:24.4 tenths of a second there. So of course, as I said, he's up to fifth now. I didn't notice that he has jumped ahead of Jack Miller, so he's now in sixth. Muir's in seventh. Bin is eighth, who got fourth last weekend, and I think he went up 16 places, something like that. I thought for me he was rider of the day, but at the same time, a lot of you voted for the race winner because of it being his first ever race win of Jorge Martin. Of course, he won a few races in Moto2 and Moto3 from what I can remember, but not in MotoGP before. Here we go then with Bagnaia. He's got... Yeah, Martin's gone up to second again. He's overtaken Marc Marquez, but this will probably change quite a lot over the next few laps. 25 laps to go. Remember to subscribe to the channel, folks. Do click that subscribe button as we're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers. Last time I checked, we were at 4,300. So do help us get there and close that gap. We'd love to get there. It's your support that keeps the channel going, especially for all of our MotoGP fans, our MotoGP watch-alongs. We also do football, Formula 1, the W Series, which is the women's racing as well. So keep an eye out for those streams in the next few weeks when the summer break is over for Formula 1 and the W Series. Oh, that's looking good. Marc Marquez third, Quartararo fourth. Quartaro's overtaken his, you could say, championship rival of Zarco. Zarco up to fifth, but you feel like Fabio Quartaro's in a league of his own. Maybe not over this weekend and last weekend because the circuit is not really favouring Yamaha, but he's still getting the points that he needs. And you know, Zarco missed out last weekend on reducing the gap, and instead he messed up and helped Fabio actually create a bigger gap. So it's a real shame that it's not been a bit closer, but there's still races to go. You never know. All it takes is something ridiculous to happen to Fabio. 5 laps completed then. 23 laps to go. It really is close between the top 3. I think this could go all the way to the end. There's no gaps at all between at least the top 10 to 12 races. Bagnaia, where's he going now? He's up to first again. Marc Marquez second. Joel Mitchell says, "Hey Jamie, hello Joel, hope you're well. No Italian Jesus for you today, unless it's Valentino Rossi, who sadly hasn't been as competitive this season, and it is going to be his final season." Oh, look at that. This is Bagnaia now still leading, but Martin again up to second. Marc Marquez, the gap between him and Fabio was 0.3 tenths of a second. Can Fabio Quartararo at least get a podium again today ahead of Zarco? He would love that. I don't know how close it is between second and third in the championship, but surely Zarco is having to be careful. We're going up to lap 7 now. We've got 22 laps to go. It's a 0.5 tenths of a second gap between Zarco and Jack Miller. That's Zarco in 5th and Miller in 6th. Now 6 tenths of a second. Oh my word! There's four riders going towards turn 3. Fabio, has he done it? He's overtaken all 3 of them. Sorry, 2 of them maybe. It might be me overestimating that. But either way, Fabio's up to second, and he'll try and challenge Bagnaia, I'd imagine, on the next turn. No, I think he's a bit too far away. Oh, that was fantastic to watch. Oh, Fabio showing why he is top of the world at the moment in MotoGP. Absolutely fantastic. We got Vina asking about info live streaming. There's a link in the chat page, Vina, if that helps. We've currently got 51% of you voting for Fabio win. Well, at the moment, he's knocking on the door with 22 laps to go. Still plenty of racing to go, though. But Marc Marquez is behind him in third. I think this could go all the way down to the wire up until the final turn. Joe Mitchell says, I've never heard of MotoGP. It's really not properly. So someone tell me the history of this. Oh, God. Go on Wikipedia. That might help. Don't think we've got enough time between now and the checkered flag to tell you the history of MotoGP. 21 laps to go. There is white flags going, so of course they can swap their bikes. They're showing a virtual fan wall, which is a bit weird to show now when you've got fans back here in Spielberg to watch the MotoGP action. A lot of them wearing Dutch shirts. I don't know if I say Dutch shirts, orange shirts. There's no, I mean, who are they supporting this weekend? Because there's no Formula One with Max Verstappen, that's for sure. But anyway, Fabio, he has overtaken Bagnaia. But Bagnaia's going to try and go on the inside. I think he should get him there. Oh no, Fabio's gone ahead of him again. Oh, this is tense. Quartararo is, of course he is, if the live championship saying he's 54 points ahead if it ended like this between him and Zarco. Bagnaia, of course, third in the championship. 63 points behind Fabio, currently in the live championship table. But here they come down on the straight, and Bagnaia's been able to get over him again. This is going to be tight. Oh, Fabio's had to go a bit wide, and he's gone off the track. Don't worry, he hasn't crashed or anything. He's still second, though. He's gone back to second. But what a race. Much better than last weekend. Way better. Last weekend was, you kind of knew who the winner was from the get-go, really. Even when we had the restart. We got Ricardo Gordon saying, Diablo all the way, Yamaha. Jamie Burgoyne asking me, are you happy with Bruno Fernandes yesterday? Oh, absolutely. Hat-trick for him. Absolutely amazing. We got Peroni, is it Pierni Caremo? Apologies if I've pronounced your name wrong, saying you're down bad, my guy. Don't know what that means, but okay. Makes me sound rebellious. But if you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. We're hoping to reach 5,000 subscribers, and we are less than 700 away. Ahmad says, let's go. Joel Mitchell says, what they can switch bikes sounds like season 5 or 6 of Formula E. We're now on lap 10. We're into double digits. 19 laps to go. Of course, the next race on the MotoGP calendar is in 2 weeks' time. The British Grand Prix. So it's coming home. Coming to England, where I live. For Silverstone, same weekend as the Formula One returning, which would be for the Belgium Grand Prix in Spa-Francorchamps. Famous circuit, of course, with Rouge. PM Motorparts saying that they can switch bikes if it starts raining. There aren't tyre changes here. Of course, that's the thing. The moment they pick the tyres for the race, that's it. They can't change it compared to Formula One, and they can choose before the race starts. It's not like in F1 where we're qualifying, you have to stick with the tyres that you had in Q2, which does make that quite interesting. Praene Karoma asking, is Valentino Rossi doing good? So Valentino Rossi is currently 17th out of the 20 that are in. We have got one of the riders out at the moment as well, which is Bastianini, who's the Italian from I can't get any words in today. Espan Cerama Racing, that is. Now on lap 11. Fabio second still. Bagnaia is 0.3 ahead. Now 0.4. Marc Marquez has tried to knock on the door for second, and he is going to try and get him on the inside. No, just a little bit too far back that time on turn 4, I think it is. We got Mazpin John saying Marc Marquez champion. I'd imagine that means champions. But, of course, Marc Marquez, I think sadly he's out of the Riders' Championship for this year. But he's won so many since his first season in 2013, which he won in his first visit, which was quite an achievement. And you knew he would have quite a special future in MotoGP at that point. Very dominant rider back then. Fantastic to watch. We got Peroni, I do apologise if I'm saying it wrong, saying what happened with Franco Morbidelli. He's not racing today, is he? Yeah, he's not racing. He didn't even start. I think it was because of an injury. But yeah, not good for him. So we're now on lap 12 of 28. We got Mary Rose saying MM93, which means, of course, Marc Marquez 93. He's in third. I mean, let's be honest, we'd love to see a podium for Marc Marquez today. If not a race win, which you wouldn't doubt him, but Bagna's, in all fairness to him, despite all the challenges he's had in this race so far, 12 laps in, he's still holding on to it, while Jorge Martin, last week's race winner and today's pole setter, he's fourth. So he might even just miss out on the podiums here. Still a bit of laps to go. Juan Muir and Jack Miller battling for 6 at the moment. Mir, I think, got podium last weekend. I can't remember now, to be honest. Yeah, Peroni saying Yamaha down bad, so painful to see. But Fabio's doing well. He's flying that flag very, very well today. Oh, fastest lap as well for Fabio. A 1:24.4. Approaching turn 3. Bagnaia has not had anyone challenging him in the last few corners or laps. To be honest, he's hanging in there at the front. PM Motorsports asks, any comment about the tyres issues? You did see the photo from Oliveira, right? Tyre right. I didn't see any photos. In terms of tyre issues, I can't really tell you. I couldn't tell from these camera angles, to be honest. But depends what you kind of mean. I didn't see the photo. What happened? So, currently Bagnaia coming down the straight to start lap 14. Fabio 0.3 tenths of a second. That's pretty much been the gap on average. But yeah, Fabio up to second, Marc Marquez third. I mean, that would be a podium. Just have Fabio and Marc Marquez up there would be fantastic. Jorge Martin still outside the top 3 in 4th. For any of you Valentino Rossi fans, he's 17th. Again, it's such a shame we're going to see Valentino Rossi pretty much between now and the end of the season in his final few months as a MotoGP rider and competitor, that we're going to see him pretty much just riding it out, fighting at the back, you know, which we were so used to seeing him win world championships for fun and win so many races, and even if he didn't win, he'd get a lot of podiums next to his name. An absolute legend in MotoGP, and of course races like the one in Austria will be his last visit as a MotoGP rider for Austria. So it'll be great for fans that get to witness him one last time. But they're showing a replay of turn 6 of when Jorge Martin and Fabio nearly collided. It could have ended very badly. That could have ended so badly for both of them. But thank goodness that they didn't collide even more. More contact there, and I think we would have had 2 riders having to try and fight from the back if they had any chance of getting their bikes back on the track from an incident like that. We've got 14 laps to go as it's lap 15 now of 28. If you've just joined us, it's Francesco Bagnaia who's leading this Austrian Grand Prix. Fabio Quartararo is second, our championship leader, who did a fantastic overtake on 2 bikes towards turn 3 earlier on in this race to get himself up there and to at least try and fight for a podium for the second week in a row. Marc Marquez, of course, our multiple world champion, is third. And we got Jorge Martin, our pole sitter, who started, of course, at the front, has got himself into 4th so far, with Zarco behind him in 5th. Pierre Motorsport saying Oliveira did not finish last race because of the tyre. It looked like a Swiss cheese. I need to see the photo. I'll have to have a Google of that after this race. But yeah, that sounds awful. Pierre Motorsports asked, don't know if I can post links here. You could try, but I'm not sure. Max says Rossi should give his seat up for some new blood. Well, I mean, he is. He's retiring at the end of this season. Or are you saying that he should do it now, Max, and save his energy instead? Do let us know. I think it's 6 wins and 7 for Ducati in Austria as well. So it just shows how dominant they have been on this circuit and why Yamaha are struggling on this one. Do subscribe to the channel, folks, if you're new to the channel. We'd really appreciate your support. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. Currently at 4,300 odd. So really appreciate your support towards this stream. I think our next watch long will be the Super Cup between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday night. If so, yeah, bring it on. So do join us for that if you enjoy your football. 13 laps to go here though. Bagnaia is still leading. Hasn't been much going on between first and second in the last 2, 3, 4 laps, I'd say. Max Mack is saying that Valentino Rossi should retire now instead of the end of the season, saying the sooner the better. It's too painful watching him struggle at the back. I guess for him, he just wants to maybe ride out the last few races and just take it all in, if that makes sense, just make the most out of his time, because obviously he'll never do it again after this year. Maybe it's that. And I'd imagine it might just be for the fans that have got tickets to the future races of this calendar of 2021 maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm sure the team would like to make the most out of his name as much as they can for marketing reasons as well, maybe, between now and the end of the season. It'd be interesting to find out what Valentino Rossi does next. I don't know if he's got any plans or if he's announced anything yet, but I'm sure we won't hear the last of him. Who knows, maybe a pundit. He's one hell of a character. He is fantastic. He'll always be a legend in MotoGP. Well, we've got all 3 of them, the top 3 there. They're in sight of each other. Race nowhere near over yet. 12 laps to go. And it's 0.3 tenths of a second again between Bagnaia and Fabio. It's been the main gap between the two. They're coming down the straight for the 18th lap. 11 laps to go. Marc Marquez right behind Fabio now as they go towards turn 1. They just changed cameras, so I'm not sure what happened there. But, I think... has Miller just gone ahead? I didn't see that. No, he didn't. Miller's 7th as he was battling with Bin there. Jorge Martin's 1.3 seconds behind Marc Marquez now to try and fight for third. So Brad Binder and to try and do well here. Jill B says, hey, from Scotland, Mon. Marc Marquez 93. A lot of Marc Marquez fans watching this stream. I'm sure they'll be very delighted with what's going on, but a lot of you Valentino Rossi fans sharing your thoughts as well and not happy with the way it's going for him today. Ooh, there was a part of a big piece that came off one of the bikes there. I'm not sure on which rider that was, but because the cover has come off, you can see exactly inside the motorbike and how it's being worked. And you can see a fan spinning round just there as they showed a slow-mo replay. It was absolutely fantastic. Oh, Johan Zarco has crashed. And that was in sectors 3 and 4 because there's a yellow flag there since he's just come out. This is going to feel like a double win for Fabio. Because of that, if it stays like it is now in this live championship, he'll be 53 points ahead after this weekend. And because of that, Zarco being out, he'd be in third now and he'll be overtaken by Bagnaia, who's leading this race, but he'd also go second in the live drivers championship. And it looked as though it happened on turn 9. Yeah, his error again, just lost control of the bike and then slid across the track and went off. But luckily, of course, no collision with any other riders, so he'll be fine, but he'll be absolutely gutted with the fact that that might just be it for the championship. Again, in fact, the only way I could see Fabio losing this championship is if he had a horrible crash and was injured or something and missed a few races, but it can happen. Max saying that I think I said Max twice there. Saying endurance racing for Rossi after retirement. Is that confirmed or is that just a suggestion? Because when I read that he was going to retire at the end of the season, which was no surprise really. It was that or sign another contract, which I think the way it's ending for him, he probably has had enough maybe. You kind of wonder what motivates you to race between now and the end of the season. Oh, it's close now. Fabio's gone way wide, and because of that, Marc Marquez has overtaken him. But I'm sure they'll fight again. 20 laps gone. Wow, there's a fact for you, which I didn't know. Marc Marquez has never won the Austrian Grand Prix. So what happened was that I think Fabio just went completely late when entering turn 3. And because of that, Marc Marquez, since he was right behind him, was able to simply overtake him while he made that mistake. So Bagnaia 0.2 tenths of a second ahead. The gap's getting a bit smaller now between Francesco and Marc. It'd be great to see Marc Marquez win this race, to be honest, and add it to his long list of tracks that he's at least won one race at. They're coming towards down the straight again, so we have 8 laps to go. 21 laps gone out of a 28 lap race. Let's find out what the live poll is saying. 51% of you still going for Fabio. Jorge Martin at 12%. Yep, he probably is out of this race now. He's 4th at the moment, and he's been hanging around there for quite a while. Bagnaia in 14%, who probably is the favourite to win the race. He's been holding it very well up there, as I keep saying, throughout this watch along. And in terms of other riders, you've gone with 24%, which, because Marc Marquez isn't available on our current live poll, that's probably the man you're kind of going towards when you're clicking other rider. Remember, when you vote, that's it. You can't change your mind. So your prediction stays there, I'm afraid. Polls, I think, should never be able to change your mind. Once you've voted, you voted. You don't get to vote in elections again. You have to do it. You have to stick with the decision and be happy with it. Anyway, let's not talk politics. Let's talk about this race. Fabio, I'm sure, is going to try it again with Marc Marquez. 0.4 of a second behind at the moment. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, folks. Heaven Rider Abbey, I think that's your name on YouTube. If I've got that wrong, apologies. Saying Marquez will take him down. Are you on about Francesco, who's currently leading? Bagnaia has made a mistake. Oh, Bagnaia's now overtaken Marc Marquez again. With 7 laps to go. Fabio watching on in the background there. As I'm sure he'd love to see them both make mistakes and take the race win from them. But with 7 laps to go, who knows? Sometimes watching from behind is quite nice. But it does feel like Marc Marquez territory. It's not easy to overtake Francesco. Heaven Rider Abbey saying, just subscribe, buddy. Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, folks, do click that subscribe button. We really appreciate your support, and give us a like as well. Of course, we are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, which will be a great mark for us. But if we could get to 4,500 subscribers before the end of this watch along, that'd be really appreciated. Last time I checked, we're currently past the mark of 4,370 subscribers. So thank you all for supporting us. Sector 1's got yellow flag. I'm not sure who's gone missing. I think it's not Nakagami, is it? No. Oh, it's Oliveira, who, as one of you were mentioning on the live chat page, had tyres like Swiss cheese last weekend. He's crashed at turn 1. I'm sure they'll show a replay of that because we didn't see that on the stream just then. Max says Mark will either win it or throw it down the road. PM Motorsport's just confirming as well that Oliveira is out. Yep, that's him out of the race. That's 3 riders gone now, I think, including Zarco, who, if you've just tuned in, yep, Zarco is out, which at the moment will mean Bagnaia will at least go up to 2nd in the Riders' Championship. But there's still 6 laps to go. And at the moment, Francesco's trying to defend his lead from Marc Marquez. They're coming down the straight again. Lap 24 of 28 now. 5 laps to go. It's now or never for Marc Marquez, maybe. He's closing in on him again after turn 1. Fabio again behind. Jack Miller. Jack Miller's just come into the pits. What's he doing? What is going on here? I don't know what to say. The changing... Oh, it's a massive gamble by Jack Miller. I think they sense rain is coming, and because of that, he has gone in and changed his bike. Meanwhile, Valentino Rossi, some of you would be happy about. He's 10th now because of all these changes, but a lot of them have gone into the pits, including Rin and Miller. What is going on here? What a crazy... We got 5 interesting laps to come here, folks. Oh, Marc Marquez is getting a bit twitchy now as he's trying to get first. Ooh, 4 laps to go nearly now as they're about to cross the line. This could be very interesting. If the rain does come, if they're getting it right, the likes of Jack Miller and all that, they're making a big risk because Jack Miller was in the top 6 and now he's 17th as he's come out of the pits. Kraut Kuchler's gone all the way down to 15th. Oh, there's so many different riders going towards turn 1 in the top 6 at the moment. This is brilliant. Binder is up there now in 6th. Muir 5th. Marc Marquez now leading. He's taken over Bagnaia towards turn 3. Oh, Bagnaia's in trouble. He's got 2 riders going past him. What is going on? He too early. It looked like some of them some of them maybe break too late. But either way, well, Bagni is third now, and Fabio Quintara is second. Quite incredible. This is ridiculous. What a way to end these next few laps. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, look at that. Bagni now third. Jorge Martin still fourth after all this. The rain is coming. You can see it. It's on the lenses of some of these bikes. So there's definitely going to be rain coming in the next 4 laps at least. Oh, and some of them are going in the pit. They've all gone for the pit. So Marc Marquez, all of them but one. Binder's decided to stay out there, and because of that, he's leading the race. Oh, 3 laps to go then. I can't believe what we're seeing here. I've never seen this before. So Marc Marquez, Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, Fabio Quintaro and Muir are all going for pits here. And because of that, well, Valentino Rossi's up to 5th. He didn't go into the pits, remember. Will that cost him? We don't know. 3 laps to go. Absolutely fantastic. Heaven Rider Abbey saying, oh God, this rain will ruin. Hasn't finished there. Triono is saying it's Honda versus Yamaha. It's definitely that, and Ducati as well. You got all 3 of them going for it. Binder leading then. Espargaro second. Nakagami third. An unlikely podium finish we would have never expected at the start of the race. But who knows? There's 3 laps to go. And it looks as though Bagnaia ran in too warm there as he went into turn 3. Marc Marquez, he was close to winning, but he's now 10th. Might have left it too late. But Fabio 14th. This is quite big. Binder's not going in. He is leading by about 5 seconds. Now 6 seconds. Two laps to go and he's over 6 seconds ahead. Quite incredible. And Valentino Rossi's up to 3rd. He might actually get a podium. Wow. He's 13 seconds behind Binder at the moment. And there's a massive sea of Valentino Rossi fans in the stands. I didn't notice them until now, wearing the fluorescent colours of Rossi's known brand of clothing and stuff like that. So, oh, they'll be going mad if he gets in the podium. Oh, Marquez has gone off on turn 1. Sector 1 has got a yellow flag. So he's gone off the bike. Oh, he nearly went into another rider. Well, despite the little damage he got, he's getting a push out of the track as well. But I don't. Oh, either way, Marc Marquez ain't going to get points now, I don't think, with 2 laps to go. Wow, I mean, Romain Rettal is even asking it. He's asking, what the fuck happened? Rain, that's all I can say. The rain has just changed the race in the last 4 laps. Absolutely ridiculous. Max saying, oh my God, and Santino saying, what the fuck, what happened? Yeah, Marc Marquez crash, a big mistake in the words of Ahmad as well on our live chat page. Oh, it's a Valentino Rossi. Oh, he's 5th now. That's a shame. Oh, I would love it if he got a podium. Don't know if that's going to happen though. But Espargaro 2nd as well. I mean, this is ridiculous. And then Luciano in 4th. So we've got KTM top at the moment. We've got Aprilia Racing Team as well up there. And we've got Petronas Yamaha of Valentino Rossi. That is wrong because the leaderboard has changed since. But now you can see the rain coming down. We're into the last lap. I think it'll still be enough though. Brad Binder nearly went off there. He's on the last lap. He's got to be careful now. Come on, lad. he knows he's got to be careful because the rain really is coming down. Come on, Brad. Just keep that bike going and don't fall off. I don't know how many seconds he's ahead. They're not showing it on the leaderboard at the moment on the stream, but wow. Oh, Espargaro's having to be careful. He's got 2 riders nearby, and he's in second at the moment, but he might have to be careful. He might not get a podium at all. But again, Marc Marquez, just going back to that, he's done it again where it's all down to himself making these little mistakes. Again, his limit is very high, but sometimes I think he takes too much of a risk and he ends up going down towards the leaderboard. Again, so many times I've seen him do that this season. But I think Brad Binder, he should be okay because he's still leading. Oh, where's Rossi? Valentino Rossi's 6 now. But either way, I think Brad Binder's gone off the track towards the last exit, but he should just do it. Oh, what a race win for him. He has done it. Brad Binder's won a MotoGP race. He's won the Austrian Grand Prix. Fantastic. Bagnaia, out of all... What a race for him. He was leading the race. He'll finish second after making the pits with 4 or 5 laps to go. Incredible. He's got second. Muir's got 4th. Wow. What a race. Of course, tensions are towards Brad Binder. Fabio Quintaro, our championship leader, finished 7th at the end, so he did get himself some points. But wow, what a race. Fantastic. Wow. That's, I don't know about you lot, folks, but I think that right there, this year's Austrian Grand Prix, so far for me, from the races I've seen, that has got to be the race of the season. Brad Binder, I think, is getting congratulated by Valentino Rossi. He did get points at the end. He'll be delighted, but I think he's more towards congratulating the ones that finished ahead of him and got on the podium. But that's great for Rossi as well. He was on the podium positions, but sadly it was a bit too early before the checkered flag, of course. So sadly, Valentino Rossi, he'll be happy still. He got 8th. There's a massive stand dedicated to Valentino Rossi fans. So they're still celebrating and waving his VR 46 flag as well. There's also a helicopter going past right now with a Valentino Rossi flag with the Italian colours and a drawing of him with his famous number of 46 on his motorbike as well. So the doctor getting a massive praise despite only getting 8th, but he has been able to get points today, so fantastic for him after Rossi started 18th as well. But Binder started in 10th, finishes top of this Austrian Grand Prix. Heaven Rider Abbey saying, yes, Marc Marquez should have stayed with those tyres. Larry Official says KTM, and so does Triona Kakashi as well. Fantastic race win for KTM. Absolutely fantastic. Santino saying Bagnaia took all of his rivals in this race. Bagnaia is the new MVP. And then PM Motor Parts has said that everyone was going easy on the last turns and Bagnaia on wets just ripping around. It was quite incredible. It really was a last-ditch effort of can I get something here. And second for him, 134 points on the championship. So second in the championship, second in the race today. That's not a bad day's work, even though he knows if it wasn't for the rain, he probably would have won the race. But wow, quite incredible. Get in touch on the live chat page, folks. Let us know your thoughts. We'll read some of your messages before we finish the stream. We'll try and hear from the top 3 riders of Bagnaia, Binder, and of course Augie Martin. So do stay about, and we'll get their thoughts straight after they get off their bikes from the MotoGP stream. Absolutely fantastic for them. I've noticed we've reached past 4,400 subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't yet, do subscribe. If you love your MotoGP, I'd like to say, Let's Talk Sport is your home of MotoGP watch-alongs on YouTube. I don't know any other channel that does them, so do subscribe to check out our future streams in MotoGP. We also do Formula 1 if you really do love your racing. We also do the W Series, as well. And other sports, football, rugby, snooker, tennis, you name it. We do all sorts of sports on this channel. If you've got any events or sporting events that you would like us to try and do watch-alongs for, do let us know. You can email us at letstalksport655@gmail.com. The email address is in the About section of the channel, if that helps. Or get in touch on our live chat page before the end as well. You can hear massive noise for Mr. Binder, representing a KTM Racing win. Absolutely amazing for him. I think one of the engineers just said to him when he got off the bike then, he said to him, "Yeah, you beauty." Binder wanted to get over the gates so he could go up to his team, and yep, he joins them. But yes, KTM Group in the home Grand Prix getting the race win today in the most ridiculous circumstances, but I think he knows he can thank the rain, but I think he'll be delighted that with him and his engineers that they decided to stay out there instead of pitting to swap bikes. And it's just shows that sometimes you could do a decision that everybody else would go against in terms of your rivals, and that you can still prove them wrong and beat them to it. Absolutely fantastic. John Pam has just said that Marc Marquez is punching the air now. He will be gutted because he could have won the race today, and it would have been his first ever win here at the Red Bull Ring, which I find hard to believe because he's nearly won everywhere, but it's the one circuit that's not on his list of MotoGP wins at the moment. We got Amin Newden saying, "Why Marc Marquez? Why?" There's a lot of you asking that question towards Marc Marquez. Rico Ange's also asking why. So yeah, not great. Not great. Tyron David asking who is leading the championship. It is Fabio Quartararo. He is leading the championship still after the race, despite finishing in 7th. But either way, he was able to stay ahead of Zarco at least. But Bagnaia would be able to maybe close some points because he is now 2nd in the championship. So Zarco will be 3rd. But he did retire from the race. Let's not forget, Zarco didn't get any points. John Pam says, "Who knows, maybe Mark would have had a worse crash if he stayed on slicks and broke his other arm. At least he got a confidence boost." Yeah, again, you know, there's all sorts of scenarios with MotoGP, especially when there's rain. You know, you could injure yourself and miss the next race instead, which would be even worse than missing out on a race win, I think. But heat of the moments, it's all about making the right decisions in those big moments, and sadly, it wasn't to be. There was just not enough laps of the race for them, in my eyes, for them all to go in and change the bike. But, you know, the one person that decided not to do that was Brad Binder, and because of that, he made a massive risk. If he had another lap or two, I think Binder would have been in trouble, but his bike was just able to hold on with the grip come the end of the race. Quite incredible. They're showing the last lap here of Bagnaia just overtaking so many riders just so that he was still able to finish at least 2nd despite leading the race early on for quite a few laps. We're just waiting to hear from the top 3 riders before we end the stream. We did ask on the poll who you think will win, and it's still up there, but Fabio Quartararo got 50%. Jorge Martin 10% and Bagnaia 14%. Other rider 26%. So you 26% were technically right, even if it's not a specific rider. I'll tell you what, before we end the stream, we've got Jorge Martin on.
Baptism of fire for a rookie, and you survived it. How was it?
Well, mate, unbelievable job today. For sure, I mean, the first race was a bit difficult. I knew I had the pace, but when I tried for the first, I went wide, and then my race was done because the front being behind was super hot, and I was losing the front every corner. So then when I lost a bit, I had a bit of gap with the front guys, then I started to feel better and I was coming even back. But then something strange with the tire, the bike started with a lot of shaking on the straight, and I was even scared of some explosion of the tire or something. But I thought, okay, 5 laps, I need to finish at least fifth or sixth. But then the rain came, and yeah, I stopped as soon as we could. And when I crossed the finish line, I was P11 or P12, and then I said, no, fuck, now I destroyed my race. But in the last lap, I saw all the riders really stop, and we pushed like hell. I think I passed in 2 corners like 7 riders, and when I saw that I was there, super happy. I want to thank my team because we worked so well today, not only for this race, but I mean the whole weekend. And yeah, thanks a lot to my team and to my family.
Jorge.
So yeah, fantastic for Jorge Martin there. That was just his thoughts after finishing third. Of course, he won last weekend's race, so that and third just shows that Austria seems to treat him nicely with the Red Bull Ring. Of course, let's not forget as well, he won his first ever MotoGP race last weekend. Jorge Martin, they're just showing again now that when when he came down the straight to finish the race, he literally had his hands up and was like, I don't know where I've finished, by the way. He then takes a quick look at the leaderboard, then realises he's third, and then he's punching the air with delight, and then showing some emotions towards the fans as he was riding back to the garage. So perfect for him. Do vote. We've just put out a new poll, folks, on the live chat page, and we're asking for your rider of the day. We've put Binder, Bagnaia and Jorge Martin up there, your top 3 in the podium today. Anyway, we're going to hear from another rider in just a moment, and that is Mr. Bagnaia, who's second in the championship.
Amazing job today, so fast in the dry like you told us yesterday you could be, and then you saved it in the wet. Tell us how it was.
It was not easy. All the race we've seen a little wet, a little rain, so it was difficult to push. But when I see that the ground was okay, I push more, and the pace was good. But then after 22 laps, 6 laps to go, starting to rain a lot, and was very difficult. A difficult decision to stop to change the bike or remaining on track. For sure, Brad did something incredible today, because stay on track with slick tires in this condition is so difficult, and he did an amazing job. We tried, and the last lap was nice to see that a lot of riders with slick, and that's with the rain, overtaking a lot of riders. I was thinking that I was fourth. Then I see on the wall that I was second, so better. But we are close to our first victory. But it's not enough like this. We have to do something more, because today this weekend we have worked a lot. We did something incredible, I think. And today the race was very constant, and I was not pushing a lot with the tires, so everything was under control, but not the rain. So I tried, but I finished second, and I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Great job, Pico. Congratulations.
Yeah, good work there from Francesco Bagnaia. I think he is a little good about not getting the race win, but I think you'll take second when you look at how it all ended at the end. He had to swap his bike. But, you know, when you compare it to some of the riders who he went into the pits with at the same time when they were fighting at the top of the leaderboard, you know, I think it just shows that he actually got the best result out of them lot, because at least he didn't do like a Marc Marquez, which was to later on not even be in the top 10, because let's not forget Marc Marquez finished 15th at the end, so not a great day for him despite how well he red. We're just waiting to hear from our winner today of Red Bull KTM, and that is Brad Binder. We're just about to hear from him now.
Mark Fur, mate.
Brad, I have never been so scared for a rider that hasn't fallen off. That was incredible. Even Pico just said it.
Yeah, that was really scary. You know, when when I saw the rain coming, I was trying to work out how many seconds a lap I could lose if I stayed on slicks. And when I saw everyone come in, I just decided to take the gamble. and I could push quite hard still the first lap, but as soon as the rear tyre and front tyre cooled off, it was like riding on ice. And then a couple corners later, my carbon brakes went cold, so I had no brakes either. But yeah, wow, I think there was someone holding me up there today, because there was a couple times where I thought it was over. And you know, here in front of the home race for Red Bull and KTM, I felt like I had to take the gamble, and to walk away with the win today is insane. It's been a long time since I've last won a race. And yeah, thank you to everybody, and let's keep working.
Brad, you've just done something incredible. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
So yeah, fantastic for Mr. Brad Binder. Delighted South African there, just like the South Africa team last weekend, winning winning the Lions Tour against the British and Irish Lions last weekend. I'm still trying to recover from that as an England fan in rugby, but it's not been a bad time for South Africa. They'll be delighted with that win for Mr. Brad Binder, and of course a home race win for Red Bull KTM as well. It's exactly what they hoped for. Of course, this is the Red Bull Ring where they raced at this weekend and last weekend. But of course, that is the end of Red Bull Ring for this year in MotoGP, because the next race is in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks today, and that is the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. So it should be an interesting one. Who will win that? We'll find out in 2 weeks' time. But we are going to wrap up our live watch along for this race today. So thank you very much to all of you that tuned in and watched throughout. Of course, what was a dramatic way to end the race, with the rain coming in so late on and changing the leaderboard so many times. I have to bloody well leave this room and try and get my breath back after that. What an end to a race it was. And congratulations to Brad Binder, Bagni and Jorge Martin for getting the podium after dealing with very, very difficult conditions at the end of the race. So my thanks to you lot at home. If you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button. It's free to do it. Why not join us and become a follower of Let's Talk Sport? We also do live watch-alongs for other motorsports, which is Formula 1 and the W Series, when they return after the summer break, as well as MotoGP. So do give us a follow, give us a like, and we will see you very soon. And thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you later.